everyone. Welcome to this small but very needed and highly beneficial yin yoga practice. My name is Sonya Wilder, and I am an ERYT, experienced registered yoga teacher with Yoga Alliance. And I not only practice yin on a daily basis, but I also teach yin as well. So I teach yin in classes, and I also teach yin in yoga privates online. So I wanted to offer this to you today. It's here on my YouTube channel for whenever you need it. It has definitely been years since I have recorded a practice, and I teach many styles of yoga. All of my styles are based on alignment yoga, which comes out of BKS Iyengar style. Mr. Iyengar was all about alignment and using props. So I have many props here today, and here are the props that are usually used in a yin practice. Blocks, there's usually 2 of them if you need to. Blankets, and these are easy to have at home. Blocks are easy to get. You can get these anywhere. So, and they're really cheap now. And blankets are very helpful. If you have tight muscles, if you have tight tissue, the props are highly beneficial. So then there's a meditation cushion. If you have one, great. If you don't, you can just use a pillow, fold it up, and sit on that if you need some lift. And bolsters are also very helpful. This is not actually a yoga bolster, but I do use it for that. I actually don't have a yoga bolster. Surprisingly, I don't. But I make do with all of the blankets. I have a lot of blankets, and I have a lot of cushions. So if you don't have these classic yoga props at home, your bedding works great. Blankets work great. Pillows folded up to sit up on are great. So when you're seated, and I want you to get into your comfortable seated position, please. When you're seated, if you can sit in Sukhasana easy pose, just with the knees open and one ankle in front of the other, and I'll actually move this down a little bit so that you can see Sukhasana easy pose. Sukhasana easy pose is a pose that we start most yoga practice, most yoga styles in, and it is your meditation posture. If you cannot sit with your knees open, if when you sit, you're sitting like this, and I see this with my students a lot because we're used to sitting at desks and on furniture, which are not good for our bodies, then if you have a block, sit up on your block the flat, wide way and let your knees drop below your hips. Now, if you're sitting and you feel like, I don't really need this, then don't sit on it. Come on down, and that'll be really easy. If you have a meditation cushion, this is great to sit up on. This will be very helpful. If you don't have that, if you have a folded up blanket, fold it up really well. Or if you have a pillow, you can fold it in half and sit up on it, and it will help you. So, multiple options. We're going to start our practice in Sukhasana easy pose. Use the props that you have that you need to. If you don't need them, just sit here. Now, yin is a receiving practice. So, receiving, the yang yoga, which I also teach. The yang yoga is about action and creating a lot of heat, a lot of discomfort in the body, what's known in yoga as tapas, discomfort, heat, in order to bring toxins to the surface of the skin and to release them. And through the exhale, getting the heart rate up and focusing on the exhale, which in yoga is the apana, the release of toxins. So yin is the opposite of that. Yin is a receiving practice focusing on the negative polarity. We have a positive polarity on our right side. We have a negative polarity on our left side. The left side is the receiving side of your body. The right side is the giving side, the positive side of your body. There are what are called nadis, energetic channels in the body, and this is a practice that focuses on opening up the nadis. Now, yin was originally designed under a Chinese medicine um, perception. So you would hear the terms meridians, which are the same, the energetic channels in the body in Chinese medicine. And in yoga, they are the nadis, the energetic channels. So I use yogic terminology for the yin practice, even though it was originally created under a yin versus yang Chinese perception. But if we're talking about yoga, yoga originated in India. So I'm going to honor more of the Ayurvedic, Indian, East Indian medicinal path terminology on that. So yin focuses on long, slow, deep holds. Some people have asked me before, do you think that's healthy for the body? Yes. Yes, it's healthy for your body to slow down and to go into these poses more deeply. Why? Because when you slow down and hold a pose for 5-8 minutes, now we're not going to be holding our poses that long in this practice because it's short and we only have time here for a limited amount of poses. I'm going to teach 3 poses. We're going to practice 3 poses and we're going to only hold them for 2 or 3 minutes at a time. But this is going to be very helpful anyway. So when you hold your poses for 5 to 8 minutes at a time, the fascia, otherwise known as fascia, the connective tissue that lays like sheets over the muscle fibers and attaches the muscles to the ligaments and the joints, that will release its tension. And that's what we want to go for. We're also going for a dull ache, holding the poses and deeply breathing so that we achieve that dull ache. And there's different degrees of dull ache. Sometimes people will confuse sharp pain with dull ache, but we never go into sharp pain. Sharp pain is micro tears or the body may be misaligned and there's some friction going on that's not healthy, that's not helpful. So we want to focus on the dull ache of the fascia, the connective tissue releasing slowly through breath. It's tension charge, so it's expanding. And when fascia expands, your body becomes more flexible, it becomes freer, it releases its tension, you feel better. That's the whole point of this. So this is a soothing yin practice to help us at any time in our world, but especially right now, because we're going through, global reset and a mass change. So please get your comfortable seated position, Sukhasana, easy pose, one ankle's in front of the other. Roll the shoulders up and back, squeeze your shoulder blades together and widen your ribs so you expand the diaphragm, the wide jellyfish dome muscle that's at the bottom of the ribs. It's super big. Your lungs are here, so you really want to focus on breathing into your lungs. Now I want you to centrally align your body, bring your ears over your shoulders. That means your ears go back so that the crown of the head is rooting, reaching up towards the ceiling. Your ears are over your shoulders are over your ribs, and your ribs are over your hips. You're stacking your body. Open your palms to receive. Your gaze is called your drishti. Close your eyes, please, and bring your gaze, your drishti within. Breathe 3 long, slow, deep breaths. Now, as you inhale, you're going to bring your arms out to the sides and rise them up. You're expanding your auric field when you do this. Palms touch above your head. And exhale, bring your hands together back in front of your heart in Anjali Mudra. Keep your hands in Anjali Mudra, heart focused. We're going to inhale and we're going to Om once to open our practice. That's what makes it a yoga practice, is to Om, to bring the primordial sound of all, the universal light into the body and into our practice. Inhale for Om. Bow into your heart, please, into your heart center where all your answers are. Honor your heart and take a breath. Good. Release your hands, open your eyes. Let's come into our first pose. One of my favorites. This is Balasana, child's pose. You're going to come onto your mat or onto the floor. You're going to widen your knees. Now, here's what it looks like in its non-modified form. I've got my feet flat, my big toes are touching. I'm going to ease my seat back to my heels. I'm going to stretch out my arms, resting the elbows, tuck my chin in, and rest the third eye on the mat. Then I'm going to flip the palms up so that I'm receiving. Now, if you need assistance here, you can have a bolster. Bring it right into the pelvis. Turn your head to one side and just relax. And if you feel good about opening your palms to receive, do. If it doesn't, keep your palms down. If you do not have a bolster or a long pillow, you can take your blanket, fold it up, and put it underneath you. And try here. If you've got a couple of blankets, if you need more height, then come into that more height. Find what works for you. Take a couple pillows and stack them up. Let's all come into Balasana, child's pose. I'm going to look at the time. We're going to do a 2-minute hold. Focus on your breath, long, slow, deep breaths. Fill up the mid-low back with the breath. If you have your head turned to one side, now is a great time to turn your head to the opposite side. We have 1 more minute. Deepen your breath. Really fill up the mid-low back, the kidney adrenal area with breath. Almost there. Take a full breath in. Deep breath out. If your palms are flipped up, flip the palms down. Use your inhale, please, to gently bring your body upright. If you're using props, please move your props to the side. Start to bring your body out of it. Come into a tabletop position. Bring your hands forward, shoulder width apart. Come into tabletop. Stretch out one leg at a time, pressing the ball of the foot into the mat or the floor, and really focus on your breath. Draw the low belly in, even though this is a yin practice and it's receiving, it's not an action practice. Nevertheless, we want to still keep the core engaged. Keep breathing. And then come back into Sukhasana Easy Pose. If you can remember what ankle was in front of the other, switch it up. I just remembered. Now open up your palms. Align your body. Reach the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. Bring your ears over your shoulders. Your shoulders are over your ribs. Your ribs are over your hips. Sit up on your prop, please, if you need it. Open your palms. Close your eyes, take 3 full breaths, and just keep focusing your drishti on your heart, on your body, and how you feel. Open your eyes, please. Now, the next pose is one of my favorite poses, but it is challenging if you're not used to sitting with the femur bones rotated in. This is called saddle pose in yin. It's known as hero's pose, virasana, in hatha, vinyasa, and other styles. You're going to bring your knees together. You're going to open up your feet wide. You're going to grab your calves, roll them out, and you're going to sit down on the floor in between your feet. Now, most people can't sit down flat. That's where your blocks come in. Take a block, place it the flat, wide way. If you have 2 blocks and you need 2 blocks, stack them up like a tower. Sit on them like the flat, wide way. If you have a bolster or a meditation cushion, perfect for that. If you don't have that, take a take a pillow and fold it up and sit up on that. Or take a blanket and sit up on your blanket. This is a pose we're going to be in for 2 minutes, saddle pose. It's a really important pose. It's essential that you rotate your femur bones in on a daily basis, especially if you have a sitting job or a standing job. So you can either place palms down or open your palms to receive. We'll hold this pose for 2 minutes. Please close your eyes, bring your drishti, your gaze within. Focus on your breath. Try not to collapse in this pose. It's easy to do that. Lift the heart up, squeeze your shoulder blades together, root the crown of the head up towards the ceiling, and focus on the breathing into the diaphragm and up into the front and the back of your heart. Now, if you're starting to feel some intensity, some deep ache, you can take a moment, take out one leg and shake it out, and then bring it back in and take out the other leg, straighten it and shake it out and come back in. If you want to start deepening this pose for yourself and you're up on 2 blocks, take out 1 block, come on down, sit there for breath, and go on back up. Or try taking the blanket out from underneath you or whatever you're sitting on. Ease your seat down. Notice if you hold on like this with tension, see if you can relax and ease down into that level of dull ache, because the dull ache is where you're holding on to the tension, emotions you don't want to deal with in your body. We want to go through our emotions. You want to feel your emotions. It's how you heal them. This is a healing practice. Now, say this, you don't feel a whole lot sitting in this. Here's the next step. You're going to come on back to your elbows and forearms, You're going to lift up your butt, tuck your tailbone under, let your seat come back down, and push your knees down. They don't have to necessarily stay together, but if they're really wide, don't let that happen because you're really letting go of the deep stretch more on the outer quad. You want to keep your knees together and push them down. Now, if this doesn't feel like a whole lot to you, then you're going to lie back flat in supine saddle. You're going to lift up your tailbone, tuck your tailbone under, and then let it go down. Push your knees down, and then you can bring your arms over your head. Splay your ribs. Now this becomes a back bend, right? We have just about a minute left. Keep breathing. Now, if you are supine, bring your arms back down by your sides if they're up. You're going to press into your feet, press into your elbows to lift up. Then you're going to use your inhale, because inhale expands your tissues, to bring your body upright. Everybody take a full breath. Now you're going to inhale again. Inhale, bring your hands far forward. Move your props out to the side. If you're using them, come back into tabletop position. Stretch out one leg at a time. Really give it a good stretch. When you stretch the leg out, press the ball of the foot into the mat as you squeeze the quad of that straight leg, and then switch. Keep breathing. The breath is the most important. The breath is an amazing tool that you can use to completely control your body. You enter your body on the inhale, you exit your body on the exhale. So know that your breath is an absolute key to control your body. Let's come back into Sukhasana, easy pose, one ankle in front of the other. Sit up on your prop if you need to. This is absolutely key that everybody understands this. You are not your body. You are the conscious awareness, the eyes in space, the seer, the universal eyes that uses your body. You live in your body. It's the home that you have while you're here on planet Earth, Gaia Sophia, having a human experience. So since you're not your body, you can't die. Your body actually, when it goes through its death, it just changes form. It just disintegrates back into earth. It goes into soil. So, especially if it's allowed to happen naturally. So, since we know we're not our body, it's important that you feel everything that you're storing in your body, because that is how you control your body, through breath, through sound, the vibration. We control these bodies, and we're learning more and more how to control them because they've been shut down for a long period of time, thousands and thousands of years, and they are starting to awaken again. So all these bodies are 12-strand DNA bodies, but you're not even using your 12 strands of DNA. Just know that. Most of you are only using 3 or 4 strands of your DNA. So yoga is an awakening practice using breath, posture, using chanting, using a clean diet, using the yamas and the niyamas, using how you treat yourself and how you treat others, and understanding perception to awaken, to become conscious in your body. And this yin practice is key for that. So let's close our eyes and bring your drishti within and take 3 deep breaths. Be very centered in yourself. Please open your eyes. Our last pose. This is a pose that if you have a couple of blankets or a couple of pillows, use them, please. If you've got blocks, blocks and a blanket, you can lay over it. Please do that. This is reclined butterfly pose. So you're going to lie with either the bolster or the blankets. Make a nice long line of your blankets, your pillows, your bolster, whatever you've got. Bring your body up against the bolster. You're going to butterfly your knees open. Now, if this is really tight on your pelvic floor and your groin, take a couple of blocks and put them underneath your knees. Or if you've got a couple of blankets, try folding them up, putting them underneath the knees, or a couple of pillows, and put them underneath your knees. You've got lots of options here. Lots of options. We're going to come into this for 2 minutes. Lie on back. Open up your heart. Bring your arms out by their sides. This is a nice, easy, deep back bend. Close your eyes, please. Bring your drishti within. Practice breathing. If you're experiencing dull ache, breathe through it, allow it to come through. Allow whatever you feel to come up for you and observe it and use your breath. Last breath. On your inhale, bring your hands on the outsides of your knees and gently bring your knees together. Please roll off to one side. It doesn't matter which side, off of your props. Bend your knees, fold your hands underneath the side of your head, and lie here for 3 breaths. Inhale, bring your body upright, please. Move your props to the side unless you need one to sit up on. Come back into Sukhasana Easy Pose, please. Open your palms. Close your eyes and reach the crown of your head up towards the ceiling. Bring your ears over your shoulders, over your ribs, over your hips. Breathe deeply and just be in your center. If the thoughts come in, just observe them. You're not your thoughts. They're a tool for you to use to create the reality that you wish to experience. Focus on your breath. Inhale, reach your arms out and rise them up. Palms touch above your head. Exhale, bring your hands together down in front of your heart in Anjali Mudra. Inhale, we Om once to close our practice today. Please bring your thumbs to your third eye. Your imagination is your intuition. It is a tool that you use to help to create your reality. I invite you to focus your imagination on a beautiful planet, healthy people, feeling well and strong and powerful in your body. You are the creator of your own reality. You are source energy in the body. Please bow forward. Honor yourself when we say namaste. Namaste means I bow you. The I is your universal self. The you is your human self. Honor your own path, please. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for practicing with me in this moment and in this time of great change. It is a wonderful thing. If you are not feeling well, your body is releasing toxins. Please practice when you're feeling better. And I wish you absolute speedy health, absolute wellness in your body. If you are interested in a yoga private and yoga classes, please go to my website, sonyawilderwellness.com, and click on the yoga tab and look at what I offer. I'm offering a spring special. It's all there for you. If you are interested in learning more about quantum healing and quantum healing hypnosis and beyond quantum healing, please go to quantumhealers.com and you can look up your practitioner in your area. I'm in there under Sonya Wilder in Portland, Oregon. So many different ways to get healthy, to practice with me. And I really look forward to helping you, to guide you into your own health and wellness. Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much, and I love you. Have a wonderful practice.